Hi, I'm Aiden, and I'm just chatting a bit today about what it's like to be an INFJ, and what it's like to be an INFJ from a guy's perspective. Um, I'm 23, and I'm an Aussie, as you can probably tell by the accent, and I'm a high school teacher. And I just recently found out a few weeks ago that my personality type was the INFJ. I'd taken a few personality tests over the years, but nothing of this Myers-Briggs type. And so when I found out that I was an INFJ and that only 1% of the population or thereabouts is this personality type, I was pretty intrigued, to say the least. And going through on the internet and researching and finding descriptions about this personality type and experiences from other people, and finding out that they were really quite similar to my own was quite a shock, but in a way kind of comforting, because it was all of a sudden putting words to the experiences I'd had throughout my life that, I'd never really been able to sort of work out. And so to have these descriptions and thinking, yeah, gee, that's me, was a real eye-opening experience. And it's led me to loading up this video, because I've come to realise that being such a rare type of personality, and seeing that for quite a lot of INFJs, it can be quite an isolating or lonely personality type. I've come to realise how important it is to share your experiences and hear other people's experiences, so that we can I guess better understand ourselves, but B, we can realise that we're not alone, and there are other people out there having the same sorts of experiences. One of the big things I found out about, as an INFJ, we have a real desire to help people, and that was the reason why I got into teaching, was this idea that I wanted to help young people, teenagers, get through adolescence and that difficult time, and really sort of help them work out what they want to be and where they want to go in life. And it's something that I really value, and it's a profession that, whilst challenging, is something I really enjoy doing. And I think for me it's important that I'm doing something that makes a difference. I could never get into business or anything that's self-serving. Not that there's anything wrong with that by any means, but for me, I need to feel that my work is helping someone else, because that's something I really value. I guess the big thing about being an INFJ is, and being a personality type that's pretty uncommon, is socialising. I myself can't stand clubbing and pubbing at all, and that can be a bit tricky as a young guy, and it was a bit tricky during uni. I would do that, not really because I liked it, but because my friends did it, and as a younger guy, I did go along with the crowd a little bit, to be honest. But I never liked those experiences. I found them isolating and uncomfortable, and despite being surrounded by heaps and heaps of people, like whether it's at a music concert with thousands of people, I remember seeing U2 a few years ago, and there was 60,000 people in the stadium, and I just felt at times like I was there by myself. Even though there was all these people around me, I just felt so alone, like I couldn't connect with anybody, even the friends I was there with. And yeah, it's a real paradox, that to be surrounded by so many people and yet feel so alone. And I guess there's plenty of other reasons why I just don't get into that big party style. I prefer the conversations over coffee or with small gatherings with friends. It's something that I really enjoy. I like being able to interact with other people, not just get drunk and do nothing, I suppose. So from that point of view, I guess we tend to have friendships that are more meaningful, but we have less of them, which is kind of similar for me, I guess. as a guy, we don't talk about our feelings or how we're going anywhere near as well as females do, and I'm no exception to that. I'm awful at articulating how I feel, which is probably why this video is a little rambling. I'm much better at listening to what someone else has to say and hearing them out and chatting to them about that rather than trying to sort of express how I feel. I just stumble and feel awkward and know what I'm thinking and know what I'm trying to say, but I can't say it. And someone else, the person listening to it, would probably look at me like, what are you going on about? But it's up here. It doesn't really come out very well. But, you know, I'm working on it, I suppose. But I really enjoy listening to how other people are going, and hearing what they've got to say, and chatting about things on a more deeper level. Like, small talk is so tedious. I know a few other people other INFJs have commented on that, but, you know, yeah, the weather's nice, cool. You know, I need something deeper there to engage me, or else I just sort of wander off and, you know, there's just no value in it. I get bored, I suppose. So another reason why the smaller gatherings are something I prefer, just because you can have conversations. Another thing would be conflict. Never been in a fight, and hopefully, touch wood, never will be. I can't stand it. And even just at work, like, you see all the stuff and office politics that goes on, and it's so much crap, and it's such a waste of time. But, you know, I just don't see the point in getting involved in all that. I like, you know, to be liked. It's, you know, not everyone can like you, and that's fine, but at least, you know, I don't like the idea of being disliked by someone. And if there's a problem, I like to try and work it out. I don't want to hold a grudge or, you know, turn it into a big thing. I mean, all this drama and bullshit that goes on at work, and, you know, every organisation's got it, is not something I enjoy. So I like people to get on, and I like to get on with other people. I think that's really important. One other big thing about being an INFJ is kind of the little things, you know, the way you sort of look at something and how it just invokes feelings, or the way you pay attention to detail. And other people have said there's scenes in movies that everyone else just, it doesn't matter, but to you, you know, they really sort of stand down. You know, a little bit in pieces of music or whatever. And yeah, just weird things like, just, you know, I know someone else said this thing about worrying, and I do the same thing. I worry about people dying, and like I remember as a kid, I would never be able to go to sleep until I had my mum or dad's car pull into the driveway, because I'd worried they'd been in a car accident or something like that. Or any time I hear about that in a newspaper, I go and read the details to make sure it couldn't be anyone I know. And you know, it's stupid. There's no point to it, but you just you worry for these strange reasons, and you get emotional sometimes about no reason or another. I don't know why. It kind of goes against what it's like to be a guy. You know, you're supposed to be chin-up soldier, and you don't show your emotions and all that. And I try, you know, do that a bit when I'm in public, but alone, yeah, you just, some things can just trigger you off and, you know, move you or make you feel worried or upset or for no reason, and it's really quite bizarre. It's a strange experience, and I guess that's why, you know, we're rare, because we sort of see the world differently, and we have these reactions to things that other people wouldn't, I don't think. So yeah, look, that's just a bit of my rambling, but I'd be interested in hearing other people's comments and thoughts, whether it's guys or girls, I don't care, because I think it's important we stick together and, you know, share the experiences of what it's like to be an INFJ, and so we can learn a bit more about ourselves, but more importantly, so we can, you know, realise that this is something, or, you know, we're types of people that there are a few of us out there, and yeah, it's interesting to see other people's point of view. So yeah, I'll leave it at that.